As you probably remember from a previous video, I showed you that out of nowhere this crack came into the windscreen of my Honda Prelude. And where it was coming from is right up in the top corner of the window. And if you look in that area, you will see that it's slightly rusted. So I wanted to take the headliner out of the Prelude to have a look inside to see, can I actually see where the rust is, or is it possible to get at it? You know, just to have a quick look at it and see what I can do, and possibly try to rust convert it, you know, repair the rust hole or whatever. And I know that I will have to replace the windscreen anyway. I have this endoscope here that I have a type C connection on the top of it. It is just a normal USB with this thing here, and then there's the yoke, and has some lights on it and stuff like that, and it's very long. But I decided that I'd take that out and see, could I see any rust in behind the roof lining here. Well, not the roof lining, this metal sort of skeleton frame, the chassis. And I did see some rust in there. I will try to put that video in here to show you what I seen with the endoscope. You probably will be able to see some parts of it are very rusty and very crusty looking. And yeah, so I don't know how I'm actually going to get in there to get rid of some of that rust, like the flaky part of the rust, so that I can convert it to steel again. I don't know what way I'm going to do that, but yeah, so I will have to try to do something. I have to try to get in there somewhere to get a brush in, at least to be able to rub away that rust, and then just sort of rust convert it. And even getting the rust converter in is going to be a bit difficult as well. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm just going to play around and see what I can do. The whole roof liner is off. I'm not going to explain how to get it off. It's a bit tricky, to be honest. It is a bit tricky. Like all of your these, what do you call them? All of these oh, I'm at the losing screw. All of these have to come down, and your lights have to come out, and these have to come off, and the window rubber has to come off, and there's a piece at the back here that these all have to be unplugged, and these all clip out, and this clips out, and then there's a clip here, and there's a clip where is it, here somewhere there, and then there's another one over here. These all have to be unclipped from the roof liner for the roof liner to be able to fall down. And as I said, I've looked at both sides to see is there any rust under this side as well, but I didn't see any. So over this side is where I seen the rust. It's just in there, but there you can see it there. This is probably better. You can probably see it a little bit better in there now. So there is rust in there, and I don't exactly know how I'm going to get in to get at it. It's very sort of closed off, and none of this, these are all tack welded together, so none of this is coming away to be able to get in there. So I can just about squeeze a brush in there, a small brush maybe, to get into this and in here. And if I can get a brush in, I will just sort of sand away what I can. But I believe that the rust is up on top of a piece up here, not this piece. It's just up on this lip, I think. So this is the window strip, the roof strip that I'm talking about, and this is where the crack is. You can see that it comes right down there, and it comes from this side as well. This is where I was talking about. It's like as if the lacquer peeled away and it started to rust just there. So underneath this strip, I'm assuming, is a lot more. Okay, I got it off here. So there's a lot of dirt in here, and here is where that buildup of rust is now. Hard to get focus on it. And right there. I'll have to just clean all this out anyway. Yuck. Right, so I just have a bit of water in a bottle here. I'm just going to spray it into this area and just trying to get some pressure in there to clean some of the stuff out, and then just a cloth to wipe it all off. Right, so this is it after cleaning it now, and it doesn't look too pretty. Right, this is it from inside the window here. I don't see any moisture after coming through from where I just sprayed all that water. There's no moisture on my fingers. I'm feeling in around all the holes just to see, can I feel any moisture after coming through. There isn't any moisture there. But like, this is what it looks like on the inside of the window. It's sort of separated. If you can look at it there, it's separated in half kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. There's not much I can really do with this, I don't think. I think what I'm going to do anyway is just sand it down a little bit and put some rust converter on it. I have this other, I don't know where it's gone now, it's like a liquid. I might pour it into it and hopefully it'll seep into the cracks and just sort of convert it a little bit back to steel. But I don't know if it's going to work. I'll have a look anyway. Right, so it's a fresh new day and it got very dark and cold in the last part of the video, so I had to come back at it again a couple of weeks later because I haven't had time. So I've sanded down as much as I can. So I did use some rust treatment on it that night, so I did use this rust converter on it that same night, but that was 2 weeks ago, and I've since now sanded away whatever I can. I've grinded away as much of the rust as I can, and just trying to get in at these parts where the rust was here and there was little bubbles of rust along here. There was all bubbles of rust along here as well. So just trying to get in at them all now, getting underneath them all. So I'm going to paint this stuff onto it. So it is another rust converter. This is the same, it's the same type of thing, but this is in a spray form. This is a brush form. So I have the brushes here, and basically I want to get it into this gap here where you can't really see anything here. I'll try and put my light on. So you can't really see much there, but yeah, so I just wanted to seep into that area. Now I know that when the windscreen comes out I will see more rust, and at that time when the windscreen comes out I will get it fixed properly at that time. But for now, to stop any further leaking in or more cracking or whatever, I'm just going to try and protect this as much as I can here now. And then the inside I will try to convert it a bit inside as well. I'll use this brush and I'll try to convert some of the rust inside as well. So I will have to try and get in with some kind of sandpaper or wire brushes to get away some of that rust inside, and before I paint it on, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to do this part here first, and then I'll go inside, because the inside I can do in the rain or wherever, it doesn't really matter. But I want to just get this done while it's a sunny day, because it's been lashing rain for the last 2 weeks. So I'm just going to get this done. And also I do want to just use a small bit of Isopon P38 to sort of smooth some of this area in here, because if you look really closely around there, it's a bit uneven and stuff. So when I use the rust converter in here, I'm going to just use a small little piece of Isopon just to sort of fill in the area, to raise it up a little bit, so that there's no extra sort of edges or anything that the water can creep underneath. Now you just wait. So you basically paint it in and it will start to turn a little bit like blue, kind of like this, and then after a while it will start to turn this black, greyish black. On the front of this here it says that it transforms rust into stable surface in 15 minutes. It's now been about 5 minutes and you can already see it's drying up. Now it is a little bit wet still, you can see kind of there it's wet, but yeah, it is working. So while that's drying up, before I do the P38, I will leave this to dry and I'll go inside and I'll get what I can done in here now. Right, so while I've been working in here, the sun has been beaming in this window, so I just put the headliner on the outside of the windows to block the sun there, so hopefully no birds poo on it or something. Do you know what, I think this kind of looks a lot worse than it actually is. Focus, there we go. Yeah, because like it is separated. Like it's separated all the way down anyway. It's 3 pieces, like sort of spot welded together. But it's just wider here, obviously, because the rust has stretched it. Just gonna give it a little brush with this. It's kind of like a soft wire brush. So I'll just brush some of the heavier little parts. This part here is soft. See, I didn't even push hard on that. So I will have to remove that part anyway. Yeah, okay. Right, I'll just dig it a little bit, but not much. I'm not actually going hard on this at all. Just getting the heavy stuff out. That part, yeah. Come on. This is hard to do with one hand. While I'm filming, like. Yeah. And then up here as well, I think. Okay, so I got as much as I could out of that area there. You can see that the top part is kind of gone now. I just moved as much as I could away so that I can paint in that stuff right in on top of that and hopefully convert as much as I can. But you can see that it's like there's three pieces here all joined together, and then it turns into two. So that piece that was on top is like this top piece separated in half again. This is the rust I've got off of it. So it's not too much if you look at it. It's just little flakes. But sorry, I have kind of like a little bit of a cold at the moment or something. It's just a change of weather and all. But does anybody else have this? Watch, hold on. Does anybody have that? Like when I do this or when I blink, I can hear it going. Yeah, I just have this issue. I've always had it. Like I get it in the corner of my eyes here, mostly. Sometimes I just get it here, and it's just like trapped air behind here, and eventually just go away. It goes away after a couple of hours, but it's just weird. My wife hates it. Now I'm just going to try and get a brush into these holes here to see, can I get any of the rust in there with this brush. Hold on, squeeze this in a little bit more here. Hold on, there we go. Get the whole lot in. Oh, I can see pieces coming out. Oh yeah, there's definitely pieces coming out there. Oh, look at that. That's working. I don't know if you can see these little shards falling here, but I can. Look at that, it did work. I got some stuff out. Oh look, there's my belly. Put that away. Look there, I can see we've got some stuff. Some shards. Right, so this is working, so I'm just going to keep doing this.
Get in. Get in there. Well, that worked as well. I didn't think that was going to go in there. No, hold on, this is not helping. Nope. How about in here? Squeezy. Kind of. Yep, kind of, yeah. Right.
Let's see what we have. Not too much. Again, not too bad. But see this here, like, even from the last piece that I just done, that's actually foam. That's foam, it's not rust. So there's a lot of little pieces of foam here from the foam that separates the window from the steel. So that's not all just rust. But that's good. Like I said before, I have this kind of like it's an endoscope, but it's a cheap one that goes onto your phone. It was like €10 maybe. I don't even know how much that was. But I put it in there. I don't know if you could see the whole video, but I put it in there. It does turn out black and white, but it kind of looks like Stranger Things. It kind of looks like I don't know, Hawkins is being taken over by the Mind Flayer or something. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't look that great in there, but from out here it looks okay. So I'm gonna have to get some kind of a better brush or something like that to get in there, because I don't want it to look like Hawkins anymore. So I also have this kind of nylon brush. So it's just nylon, but it will take away some of the heavier parts. So obviously this end is a lump of plastic in it, so it's not going to actually get where I need it to get. So I might just bend it. Like this, like, so that I can actually get in at the part that I need to get in at, you know. So kind of like this. Yeah, I don't think this is working really. I think that's a negative. I need a stiffer brush, and I don't think this is going to work, boys. I wouldn't exactly say that worked, but I did get some kind of sizable chunks out there. Well, just two, maybe. A couple more on the floor there, sprinkles. But yeah, I'm gonna have a look again with the endoscope. It still looks a little bit like Hawkins. It doesn't look that bad though, really. I'm going to spray a lot of crap in there now. Where's that thing I have? I have something that will help. Right, so I have this thing, right? It goes onto the top of a spray can. As you can see, there's a spray can and it has a long tube. And the long tube at the very end of it has this. So if you look closely, you will see that it has 4 or 5 holes on the top of it. 5 holes on the top. And when you use it on top of this rust converter that I got from Eastwood, I actually got this from Eastwood as well, this hose thing. When you use it on the top of this, you can put it into an area like that. It sprays every direction it can. And you just drag it in and out and spray it in every direction. But I need to put a lot of stuff down because it drips and dribbles everywhere. So you don't want to be using too much of it because it'll just all pour down that direction. So I just want to use a bit of it around this area so that I can make sure that I've got whatever I can with that rust converter stuff. And then I will paint in the other one into the corner up here then. And on the outside I'm going to paint it again just to give it an extra bit. And then after all of that, I will use the Hammerite smooth silver and I will try to make it smooth silver again in there where nobody's going to see it. Oh well. Okay, so I have everything covered off here, but I want to show you how this works. You just basically literally just take this off, leave it aside and put this on. If I can do it with one hand, it would be amazing. So that just goes in there and that's it. Alright, it's not working as well as it used to. Dude, it's all over me. God damn it. Alright, it's all clogged up or something. Okay, I cleaned it all out. Right, ready, go. Whoa, shit. Goes everywhere. I want to kind of show you what way this works when you spray it. Ready? Oh shit! It got me in the mouth. There, like that. And you just have to wash it all away then afterwards. It gets sticky and it just goes everywhere. Okay, now that I've used the spray of death all over it, it's starting to convert. Can't really see it here, but it's starting to convert. You can kind of see it there. See the way it's going blackish. I want to get the endoscope back in here again, but I won't be able to really see with the endoscope because, as you can see, this is kind of orange, and with the endoscope that would be black and white either way, so I wouldn't tell if it was black or orange. Okay, so if you look at the front of the can here, it says it transforms rust into a paintable surface, eliminates need for sanding. So I did, even in the directions here it says wire brush the loose rust from the surface, but I did do as much as I could with it, and it doesn't really need to be sanded or anything. But then right here it says allow 4 to 8 hours to completely cure before painting. So it'll take a while for it to turn black and to dry up and stuff. Right now I'm going to go back up to the roof. So I gave it another little wire brush here with this wire brush so that I can sort of remove some of the stuff that I didn't get there. So just like that. So just removing it again and going in with another coat over it again so that's like fresh all over again. Okay, yeah, just like that. I was also just thinking I was going to use this Isopon to fill in any little sort of holes or gaps that I have here, but I don't actually have any. I kind of thought the more rust that I dug out I would get more, like, you know, areas that needed to be filled, but I don't need to be filled really, so I'm not going to. So if you look there, you can see it's all converted and it's not like pitted or anything like that, really that bad. It's fairly smooth. So yeah, so I'm just not going to do any eyes upon it. So I've taped off this whole area and I have just done some anti-rust zinc primer all in here. There you can see it's right in there as much as I could get it. Yeah, it's better than nothing anyway. And then I will go over it again with the that silver Hammerite stuff. So I'm letting this dry for a few minutes and then I'll do the silver. But while I had everything out, I decided there was a little bit of rust here as well. These are extremely difficult to get out. Okay, basically there's two sort of push clips on the inside of this, and once you put them in you can't get them out because there is no way of getting them out from inside here because they're all locked in. So there's one there, and then under here you can't get at it. So basically these have to be broken out. I only replaced these a couple of years ago, and there was more rust here, and there was a little bit. I think this is where I repaired before. I never actually painted it because I was going to take them all out and respray this whole area of it. Look at the bugs, look at him. But anyway, I went along and just done some rust converter all along. So there's little tiny little spots, and there's a tiny hole right there. So I'm gonna try and fill that now, get rid of all this this rust here. So when I have all of this finished, I'm going to use the grey primer again, and I'm going to prime all this area, and then I'm going to paint it with that silver paint again. Right, I know this looks a little bit ridiculous, but because I'm going to be spraying this with this silver smooth Hammerite Direct to rust paint, whatever, I've also just done this whole side here. So I've filled in this little hole here, I've rust treated the whole lot of it, and I've just taped it all off so that I can actually get this on it. And yeah, so I don't have much left in this. I'm just going to do what I can do with it, and I want to get it done before it gets dark or rainy. And yeah, so you'll see it now in a second what it's going to look like. So you can see there and here and mostly there. Okay, so I'm finished up there. It's not too bad. It's like this is going to be all covered in anyway. There's going to be the strip in here, but just maybe this corner here I'll have to sand it down a bit or something. I might actually hit this with a bit of lacquer first as well. Yeah, but it's not too bad. It's turned out okay. So like here's the transition, right? So this is the transition, right? So there is the color sprayed in, and here's the original. See how close this is? You can't tell. And here is the back. Now, so as you can see, it's a lot better. It's still a little bit sticky and wet, but it looks better than it did anyway. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to do this again and again and again and again, or maybe just get it done professionally. I don't know. Oh yeah, do you like my wrapping paper? Elsa and Anna and Olaf and Gustav, isn't it? And this dude, I don't know what his name is. It's all I can do at the moment anyway, because I'm not a professional at this. But at least that is done, and at least that is done. So now, because the sun is going down, I'm just going to give up here now, but I am going to put a bit of lacquer over it, and same at the back here, a bit of lacquer on it to it so that it will dry up and protect it a little bit more. As for in here, it doesn't really look like it's done much at all, to be honest. Now, well, I can see it's black there, okay, but I still need to leave it for about 6 or so hours. So I'm gonna leave it overnight anyway. But I mean, just the front here even doesn't look the best. I will have to go over this again, I think. And I actually might just use the brush and sort of try and squeeze in there with the brush. It's better than it was, put it that way. It's better than it was. But as of in there, I don't know, I can't see. I will have to get the camera in there again somehow and see what I can see in there, see how it looks. But yeah, see, you can't even see in with this. So I'll have to wait until it's a I'll have to wait until it's a brighter day to put the endoscope in with a torch and see what it's like. But it's already getting dark now, so it's not worth continuing on with this. Right, so I'm just coming back to this a couple of days later. It had been raining a lot, and but now it's a little bit sunnier today, so we'll have a look at it again. So it looks okay. Yes, you can see there's a line here and all. Yes, this will all get sorted correctly whenever I get a chance to or whatever. And then there's a bit of lacquer over the car there as well. That's not a big deal. But yeah, the thing itself, yes, it is uneven, and you know, I wouldn't have been able to do much with filler in there anyway. But it doesn't look too bad. It's clean enough. It's nice and tidy. There isn't any other areas. This is a bit too chunky here, but this is all going to be covered with that strip anyway. If you go to the back of the car, I haven't got the boot open, but you can see in the back of the car there, yeah, it's uneven and whatever. But again, I think I might have to do this a couple more times over its lifetime. But it looks okay. It looks okay. I don't see any more rust coming out through it. Now, as of inside the car, I just had a quick look. I haven't been at this now in a couple of days. I'll turn the light on so you can see that it has turned black. Took a while, took a couple of days I'd say, but yeah, so you can see that everything inside is all purpley blacky sort of colour there. You can see it there all on the front here. It's crazy. There's a weird echo in here now since I took the roof out. But anyway, I don't know if you've seen, I got the endoscope and I put it in there, and everything is purple or black or whatever colour it's meant to be. And yeah, it is all converted, so it's done. But what I think I might do is just go back over it again with a brush, or maybe maybe I'll get a spray bottle or something actually on the other one, the one that you paint in. I think I'll get a spray bottle in there and spray a bit in there and see what happens. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm not going to show you spraying the inside of it here silver, because there's no point. You know, you can't see it anyway. And even if I put the endoscope in, that's black and white, so you're still not going to know. So yeah, I think that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. This is a long video, I know, but I just decided I'd make a longer video for a change, because I always just make short videos, but I thought I'd make a longer video. So if you don't mind, just please give the video a like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next video, I suppose. Thank you. Bye bye.